Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back from part one. This will be part two. Again, I'm streaming this live on Twitch. Anybody watching? So if you didn't watch part one or the other dealios, I am streaming this live on Twitch, and I'm just uploading my recorded copy. So if you hear me talking to people, that would be why. And I'm gonna use Twitch memes too because that's my home. YouTube, you cool? You cool. But Twitch is my home. That's where my roots are. Never forget your roots. All right, let's go. So the next one I want to talk about that would be freaking broken. If you didn't already think he was broken, don't worry about it. You will now. That's the freaking Guardian. So Guardian, I usually go like this if I'm a support. Move speed's just too important to give up. It's like mini haste. It's prayer of glory. You get yourself the Opiope double dip armor and ES for your party. A ton of freaking tank stats for your party, and then as well as aura effectiveness. Well, don't worry about it now. You can make it so all enemies can't gain charges while you're near them. That's stupid strong. And you could give out conduit, or maybe you could just get a fucking ton of block and none in your party could be stunned. I think that's the winner. Your allies cannot be stunned if you've blocked within 4 seconds. So if you pick up some block nodes now, yep, you don't even have to freaking do anything. You just need to block. You need to be in the front lines trying to block as much as you can. And how are you going to block? Oh yeah, Rumi's Concoction. It's really balanced. And by balanced, I mean it's Opiope. Let's take a look at this build, shall we? Now, as a Guardian, you need health, you need mana, you need area of effect, and most of all, you need energy shield. You don't need shit else. You just need those things. You don't need spell damage. You don't need anything fancy. So I need to come here. You could turn all of this into mana and then make that ES. There is a Healthy Mind, converts 200% of the life into mana, and then that mana will be able to reserve as ES for yourself. Or you can keep it as health and reserve health and give armor to your party, but you need enough ES to live, and I think the ES is more important. Though armor is effective life too, so it depends on what you prefer. But definitely this one is aura effectiveness. Let's keep going. So curses are considered auras, believe it or not, if you guys did not know that. I always spec into these and pull them out if I don't need them. Here's some of that. AoE. Mana. Life and mana. Probably one of the most efficient nodes in the entire freaking tree. So we'll go like this. Conduit for my Enduring Cry. Essence Surge. You're going to use Glorious Lantern, but you can still get that. Making sure I got everything I need. We want Hex Master for sure. Skittering Runes is down here as well. We want Skittering Runes. Duration is very good. So we can go like this instead. Dun, 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 dun. Such a nice looking tree. The only thing I hate is this, because I'm going to use Glorious Lantern and I could always get fucking this shit. Arcane Vision. I really hope in the next skill tree Arcane Vision isn't in Baghdad. That's the only thing that really fucks up this build, because that's 3 points that I could just... It should just be with Pain Attunement. GGG, if you're watching, I want you to take Arcane Vision and attach it to Pain Attunement. No one else, nobody will ever pick up Arcane Vision again. It is the worst fucking pathing unless you're picking up Throat Seeker. Please, please, please. Oh, this, sorry. I'll stop hitting this. I'll stop hitting this, guys. I apologize. I always touch things when I freaking think. I touch things when I think. Ooh. So let's assume that's gone. Yeah. So now we have how much ES? 165 ES as low life is awful, but we do have quite a bit from in, but still it's not enough. So this becomes energy from within. This can become energy from within as well. We can make this energy from within. This guy needs to go. But I don't know where else I could put it. But we also get a lot of flat ES by reserving our mana. What is my life? 106 life and only 33% mana. So I would have to work on the ES, but by reserving mana, right here, I do get energy shield. 15% of the mana reserve. So you figure if I have 2,000 mana late game, 1,500 mana late game. If you go Whispering Ice, but then you're not using Prism Guardian. But you still get block. Yeah, you still go Prism Guardian. You get that immune to stun for your party. So I mean, like, I really feel like you're like the ultimate support. If you're running with an occultist, you don't need any of the curse shit. You can drop all of the curse shit. Oh, you still want that. But I mean, like, you could just do this. Probably drop that guy too. Just pick up ES nodes elsewhere, like this. These nodes become so insanely valuable. You just go like this. You can get an occultist in your party, you just get tanky. You get freaking stupid tanky. Yeah, that works a lot better. Get an occultist in your party. Screw it. Get a Bladefall Miner in your party and GG. Things get touched, man. Things get touched. Your weekend is officially started. What up, Ryan Dutch? I'm glad to hear that. How's everyone doing at home right now? So honestly, we can go over one more if you guys want. I'll save this. If any of you guys want any of these, let me know in the YouTube comments. I'll just probably put them in the link if you guys want them. We're going to change up the skill tree though, so remember that. Let's get out of here. But again, you could just keep all this flash shit and then keep up with roomies. What would be another good example? Oh, right here. The Chieftain. The Chieftain's another good example. Like, the Chieftain is like, it's okay. You look at the Chieftain, you're not like, wow. But if you go like this is usually the most things people do. Get that extra damage, the Fire Pen, the Leech. Or they take this out and they go here. If you're playing RF Totems, duh. But it's like, now you can come up here and get that. You get yourself the Fire Pen, the extra damage, and the like insane tankiness. So let's say you're playing an Iron Will Firecaster. You get so much good shit. Playing Iron Will, Blade Vortex, Blade Fall, something of this sort. You get that extra damage as fire. You get Fire Pen for your added fire. You're playing a Cold to Fire build or something. I mean, like, you're getting so much benefit from this. Like, this node's actually not terrible with Glacial Cascade of Cold to Fire. Because it converts, you know, your cold damage into fire, so you get the Fire Pen. You get the extra damage with fire based off your physical. I mean, like, now you can start thinking of more ideas. But for Blade Vortex, Blade Fall already, this is nuts. Shockwave Totem, an Iron Will Shockwave Totem build. Flame Blast, now you can actually pick it up and not just be stuck to getting this. I mean, Chieftain gets so many new things. And Chieftain, with that extra 2 points, becomes a lot more desirable. Deadeye and Inquisitor. Inquisitor, you would normally take one of two paths. Inquisitor, duh. Okay? And then you're drawn between, well, I'll be in melee range, so I want this. Or, I use Whirling Blades a lot and my spell, so I want this. So guess what? Voila! And then Deadeye, we don't have to make a build around it. You always found yourself getting this or this. You get one or the other. Okay? Because Chain, well, I guess you could get both. Fuck. Here's the Pierce. So you either go like this, or you, before, in the current state of the game, you're doing this, or you're doing this. Or you're doing this. Now you can literally choose those four together. You're playing a Pierce build, right? You can go like this, and then go like this. That's actually terrible. You would never get that. This needs to be buffed. So you can go like this now if you're playing a Pierce build. If you're playing a Chain build, you go like this. There's your swing. So sick. Poison enemies is good because if that 10% was like 30%, it'd be insane for like Voltaxic builds. But it's not. So the bleed is just too low of a chance. Gifts from above? I mean, yeah, obviously. Yeah, Juggernaut was solid. Now he's fucking OP. Like, then you see stupid classes like this, though, man. Saboteur's really strong right now because of chain reaction, right? But if you go down to the Saboteur's gonna get wrecked because you're gonna do this. Now you're gonna get blind. I guess creating a smoke cloud when it hits okay, but it's like, yeah, buddy. Is this node any good? You know, that's not terrible. You could drop the penetration and lose tons of clear speed for this. So Saboteur really doesn't get. Let's take a look at Pathfinder. Pathfinder's been pretty lackluster, so Master Surgeon would be one of them. You get poison on hit. That's a popular one. What's this? That's really good. If you're not playing a poison, oh my god. So now you can avoid status elements, you dispel all status elements, and you get damage. Flask effectiveness, flask effectiveness, flask effectiveness with duration, duration with flask effectiveness, and now you have Master Surgeon with remove bleed, remove status ailments. One flask will get rid of all bleeds, shocks, chills, freeze, ignite. All of them. What the fuck? That's stupid. That's fucking stupid good. That means Raider's going to be retarded too. So Emma Frost was one of my favorite characters ever. This was Emma Frost. But now Emma Frost would get movement speed plus 1 frenzy. No. You'd get Onslaught. Jesus. If you guys liked my CI Whispering Ice character, she's going to be nuts now. If you already have a good way to gain frenzy charges, you can go here. No build, in my opinion, Avatar of the Veil is one of the most overpowered nodes in the game, if not the most overpowered node in the game. The problem is, she wasn't worth getting. But now with 2 extra points it is. 10% spell dodge, 20% movement speed, immune to all status elements. That is so insanely strong. So insanely strong. People don't realize how insanely strong that is. You pop a Quartz Flask, you get 10% dodge, 10% spell dodge. 10% spell dodge while phasing, and then you get 6% dodge here. Not to mention you get 20% movement speed and literally immunity to bullshit. You're phased, block box doesn't matter. You're phased, you can walk over chilled shock around like it's nothing. It ain't no thing. Did I mention you get movement speed? Movement speed? And now you're getting more movement speed and damage? And frenzy charge duration. You can attack and cast all day while you're phasing. I mean, if you haven't ever seen Emma Frost, guys, this was one of my favorite builds I made this league. One of the most freaking... I almost did Core Malachi with this chick, at level 89. With still room for more gear. Wow, she looks really good. Here, I'll just go to Dry Lake, because I want you guys to watch my Flash generation. This is CI Whispering Ice as a Raider. Let me turn off monitor capture. Jesus, Windows 10 upgraded on me, no joke, last night, and I didn't tell it to. So I run Warlords, I run Discipline, and then I ran Enfeeble Aura. So I have tons of regen, they do no damage, I have tons of ES, okay? Watch my freaking flasks. Just watch my flasks. Like, look, I'm immune to everything. I could run through them. I have retarded move speed, but guess what? Now I have permanent onslaught gain on kill, which means that my onslaught flask can go bye-bye and can use a Quicksilver. If I get a Quicksilver of freaking move, oh my god. I'm gonna be like lightning fast. And you see this shit? La-di-da. This character tanked Val Slams. You can do exclamation point slam to watch it. This character did double Vol in Wasteland with vulnerability on my head. There ain't much this character didn't do. And now she's going to be even more stupid broken. Did I mention that my evasion is 22k? My dodge is 19k. My spell dodge is 19k dodge. 19% dodge. What is it? 23% regular dodge, spell dodge, and then with roomies I have 51 block and 16 spell block. With all that evasion. This character has tons of block, tons of dodge, spell block, movement speed, evasion, chilled ground from that, and enfeeble aura. Stupid. Yeah, you can go Avatar the Slaughter and Avatar the Chase. But I'm saying for my CI build, forget the deeps, man. People don't understand how strong Avatar the Veil is, man. Avatar the Veil is one of the most underrated things in the game. Spell dodge, what kills you late game? Spells. And you don't get shocked. The Perfect Storm is already fucked because you can't be shocked. Secondly, you're on shock ground, doesn't matter. You're frozen, doesn't matter. And then you get spell dodge. Who wants to finger slam 5 flasks every second for hours on end? This shit's gonna give you carpal tunnel. Well, Fedord, some people like to do this thing called min-max. If it's given to you, use it and abuse it. If you don't use the things that the things GGG gives you, you're not gonna have nearly as much success as you may think. Use what's given to you. Flasks have been one of the most OP parts of this game because they have a skill cap. The skill cap is you. That's literally what a flask is. You are the skill cap. So Raider is going to be really good. And let's say you're playing like maybe even an attack-based build. These two together is absurd and these two together are absurd. I think you should always go Avatar the Veil. It's so fucking strong. So strong. How did I do with Reflect? I had Val Pact with... Here, I'll just show it. I have Val Pact, Ghost Reaver, Warlord's Mark on Aura, and then on top of that, I've used Life Leech Gem. Or what's Reflect? It reflects the and then I had so much spell dodge and spell block. So I have spell dodge from Avatar the Veil, spell dodge from Quartz Flask, then I have spell block from Roomies. What's Reflect? Yeah, Bramblejack is the most beautiful thing we've seen yet. So let's go back on track here. Alright, so that's Endgame Labyrinth. That's how much min-max is involved in just this one segment. Right here. This entire segment was we just talked about for the past hour. Literally the past hour nearly. Duelists, I don't think Champion gets very much of a buff from that. I think Champion doesn't get very much at all. But we can go into that later. Yeah, and I have Life Leech on my Val Ice Nova 2 on that character. She's just stupid strong. Alright, new skills. We have added 5 new content update. 5 new skills in content update 2.3. Spirit Offering grants both offensive and defensive bonuses to a summoner's minion. The Necromancer character can claim these bonuses for themselves. No kidding. Ancestral War Chief is the new melee weapon totem that uses a powerful area of attack and empowers its owner's attacks. Lacerate is a melee skill that performs 2 slashes, sending out a wave of force with each. It deals extra damage where the slash overlaps. Frostbolt and Icy Vortex. Frostbolt is a new cold skill that passes through enemies, dealing damage when it hits them. Vortex is a new area spell that explodes in a burst around the caster. Creating an Icy Vortex. If a Frostbolt, which you fire and pierces automatically, is mid-air, the Frostbolt explodes, letting the caster create vortices across the battlefield. I know Chris Wilson typed that because he says suffices all the freaking time. So vortices is also acceptable, so is vortexes. So you shoot a Frostbolt, you should go Frostbolt, and then you go Vortex, and it blows up all of your Frostbolts. And then you also release a Vortex around yourself. 30% less attack speed, but it is a Dex gem, so it's nice to have a melee Dex gem again. We need more green gems. Green does not have any love right now. Everything is red and blue. A Frostbolt and Vortex, Lacerate, Ancestral War Chief for the other Ancestral dude, and then Spirit Offering. So you can go 2 totems. Alright, so new items. Lester XP with a 2-month sub. Thank you very much, Lester XP. I turn off all sub notifications so I can upload YouTube video. If anybody else subbed, I want to thank them. I'm sorry if I did not acknowledge you. That was my apologies, but I turned off all sub notifications because I'm recording for YouTube's sake. Be right back, guys. Oh, actually, people on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. This will be the end of part 2 of this series. Part 3 is about to come up because I have to AFK real quick. Everyone on Twitch, give me 5 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, you can find this live at twitch.tv/ZenocideGenius.